Welcome, Mohit. At ZK Deco USA booth here at ISC West. And we love partnering with Oloid and integrating our solutions, physical security solutions with your platform. Tell us a little bit more about Oloid and how it will be beneficial to the customers.
Yeah, thank you, Manish. Thank you for having us, and we're excited about our partnership as well. And I think there are value that we are bringing to the market. We're also collaborating with your team. It is about addressing the needs of frontline workers, desk workers, and how their authentication and access on shared devices has been a constant struggle, constant problem. But the bring solutions which are very FIDO focused, passkey focused, are built for managed workers and not for deskless workers. Correct. So, today I have some data that I'm hoping to share with you and our audience here, which will shine the light on why it's not just a cool technical problem to solve, and why it's a real business problem, why there are attempts to be saved, and significant security holes that can be plugged.
Okay, no, that's great, and that is absolutely the need of the hour today in our industry.
So let's,
Video on shot. Sorry, to remind us of my. The next slide is assessing piece as an organization. Right, need to be skilled. Put all out. Others in the doubt is that it is where it feels the top of it. Most of it, but that's the scary. I don't think about this. The state of like in the right now, they got some.
So, Manish, one of the things that we've talked about and you just asked me is, why now? Why is this a problem now, right? Yeah. Why is this more meaningful to solve now? And this one, I'll start with the story of one of our very large customers, Tyson Foods. Before COVID, if you were a factory worker and you wanted to apply for leaves, you would go to a supervisor and say, I want to apply for leave. Correct. On a vacation balance, how much leave do I have? You go to a supervisor. And only supervisor have access to the IT system. Correct. Most workers do not. Not during COVID, they realize that there is so much manual, human-to-human interaction. They need to automate it. Correct. Now they have put kiosks, win-based computers in the factory floor. Where everybody has been using our password. So there's a massive increase in the adoption of IT applications in dustless environments.
That's correct.
Think about pharmacies, think about retail stores, think about training. So, you look at all the apps which are shown here, and then think about the terminal devices, handheld scanners, right? If I'm in a warehouse, most likely I'm a FedEx person coming in delivery. I have a tablet which I have to authenticate into. So, next slide, please. This is where with a massive need where people cannot stay logged in. They cannot use what's available through OTP or a personal device. And then I'm looking multiple times during the day. Correct. Now combine that with how CIOs and CISOs are taking a security posture and saying, not only do you have a 10-digit password, but I'm going to rotate it every 90 days. Now you and I can save it on a computer. A factory worker on a shared Windows computer, they're going to log in once in 2 months to apply for leave. They are not doing that. Having a massive challenge.
That's true. No, it's very true because in today's digital world and paperless world, everything is digital, and identity and passwords are the most important factors in that. So absolutely, I mean, this is a very critical problem we are solving with Oloid.
Yes. And talking of quantification, right? When we work with our customer and we develop the use case, we found that because of this 90-day reset of the password, every time workers were logging in, they were not able to log in and reset the password. They said, I forgot it. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a password reset request because I don't remember it. So for every 10,000 employees, it is like $1 million of password reset ticket costs every year. Just to process the password reset inside here. And on top of that, if you think about every password reset takes about 20 minutes. With productivity lost. If you took those 320,000 password resets during the year, and then you put out the 20-minute productivity loss, now you're looking at a staggering $7 million of productivity loss in a 10,000 worker factory.
Absolutely.
So these numbers start stacking up, right? So if you look at phishes and breaches, if I was shared username password, now you're talking about a liability. I am doing cyber insurance, but cyber insurance says you have shared username passwords, so your premium is higher.
True.
Eventually, a $5 million of premium can be saved for a very large organization when they have a strong security posture, which is not reliant on shared username passwords.
Correct.
So, very strong business case.
Absolutely. I mean, the cost of resetting passwords, and you brought a good point that, today people have 10-digit numbers or alphanumeric passwords and stuff like that. How do you see, biometrics play a role in this, the equations?
So if you think about how to solve this problem, now we will see two sides of the house. One is the cyber device login, memory login.
Correct.
And then is our world on the biometric side, right? Where we have time clocks from ZK Teching, but is already a biometric footprint of that worker.
That's right.
But it's sitting in this side of the house, which is the physical identity side of the house. Correct. It's not touching server identity side of the house, right? So that's where we come in the middle and make it factor agnostic. We say that if you're using facial authentication in your time clock or in access control turnstile or using PAN, how can you extend that to an login? How can you extend that to Microsoft login? So today, bridging is started again, physical security with cyber security, but not duplicating by identity.
Exactly.
Using the same existing factors, extending that authentication, device login and application login.
Sure. No, I mean that's very important in today's world. People are sick and tired of carrying so many different credentials in so many different platforms on so many different file factors. So it definitely makes sense.
Yeah, and one thing which we often overlook is so much focus on the knowledge worker. It's about passwords. Passwords is what you know. For a physical worker, it's more about who you are and what you carry. Biometrics is who you are. And your badge, RFID badge or NFC badge is what you carry.
Correct.
It's moving the focus for deskless workers from what you know to who you are and what you carry.
That's true.
So imagine burnout.
Next slide.
So if you look at the two identity factors we've talked about, one is the facial authentication, which is more mainstream today. Right? So there you're able to use the webcam or the existing front-facing camera. You do facial authentication. Right? So there is no need to do change management, new device installation. You can use existing kiosks and computers to do the login. Now in case of RFID badge, right? Now this could be a reader from ZK Tech, which is a USB reader that you have word, right? Which you plug in into the computer, into the USB port. Now you can bring in the card and pack the card onto the laptop or computer. So now what I'm planning and what I have, that is a factor. DRM is also a factor, right? Correct. Now GLI will take you to the next level. Which is, and the next slide, we want to extend that even more secure and easy to use, right? It is PAN-based authentication, right? And the way it works, right, if you think about it, not only is frictionless, contactless, right? From a privacy standpoint, and also from the ability to have this, not have the challenges of facial authentication was had, right? So I'm sure many of us have heard that facial authentication has a racial bias. Now, nobody has proven conclusively if that bias has been overcome or not, but that isn't even well to PAN authentication.
Exactly.
Right? It's a very clean and cool, modern, secure factor for authentication that we've been to the market and now we do.
Correct. No, it's very true, because when we started developing the farm technology, those were the factors what we had in mind. Is obviously privacy is number one concern, but even from the user experience point of view, the natural action of the hand when you authenticate on a Palm device, it's very natural. Nobody has to take an extra effort to go and look in the camera at a proper angle and stuff like that. And the technology, the optics, what we have is already capable of doing spoof detection. It can do liveness detection, and the tolerance what we have given, as in our algorithm is pretty strong enough. And we are also a big believer of decentralized ID. So I think having the Palm stop on a decentralized platform as a self-sovereign identity, that also is going to be a major force.
So very soon you're going to see that our integration will become available on all the platforms. So everything from web browsers to app-based login, to PC, Windows, Azure login, iOS and Android devices, Zebra devices and warehouses.
Correct.
And in future, any kind of IoT. So we can imagine across the day of the life of a deskless worker, they're going to enter through a turnstile potentially which has one of their devices. They may be using their card, they may be using their face. But then once they're in, they're going to warehouse, they're checking in a Honeywell tablet. The same authentication, right? I go to computer to apply for leave. Same authentication. So this coverage of the device ecosystem is where our technology will complement what you have in the market. Zero knowledge, high fidelity authentication hardware.
That's true. Yeah, no, we're very excited to have that. I'm sure customers live in action.
So we do have a live demonstration of this integration at our kiosk here. One thing I want to finish with is what I started with, which is technology is cool. But especially in today's economic environment, the costs of new projects have to be justified with also strong ROI.
Absolutely.
So that 3-year ROI and this investment, right? It comes to about $16 million for an organization with all the benefits we talked about. And this maps just accounting for the non-quantifiable aspects of higher security, better user experience. You can't put a number on it.
Absolutely.
But something in connectivity loss, the claim that you will have, asset resets, you're talking substantial $16 million saving. Plus all the improvements in compliance and security in user experience.
So I think, Oloid's pricing model is SaaS-based. It's software as a service, and in partnership with Oloid, we also are open to provide the hardware, the Palm hardware or any other hardware as a service as well. So HaaS and SaaS together, I think the customer does not have to think about, the CapEx budgets and stuff like that, and we make it very affordable. You already mentioned about how easy it is to deploy it with very little change management, on the end user side. I think we have a great solution here for the customers who are looking for these kind of solutions and looking forward to having more and more engagement with Oloid at various platforms, various shows, and also the couple of proof of concepts what has been going on right now with your platform. So
Thank you very much. Thank you.